Today I'm going to be showing you my favourite brewing software, Brewfather. Now, I was an early adopter. I'm in the third year of using this software now, and I've watched it grow from a small project to what it is today. I think it's fair to say the majority of my homebrewing friends are all using this now. In this video, I will explain why we love it so much. I'll do a quick overview and show you some of the key features. And then in video 2, we'll go into further detail and I'll show you how to create a recipe. Now, if you go to brewfather.app, this is the homepage that you come to. This is a web-based app. So everything is on the cloud. You can use on any device, your phone, tablet, desktop. There's nothing to install on your desktop. If you are one of those people that do like to have a hard copy, if you're concerned about losing your recipes onto the cloud, there is an option. Don't worry, you can export all of your recipes individually as beer XMLs, and you can save a hard copy. Also, you can import all your old recipes from your old software, get them into Brewfather. The export feature is also really good if you're using a Grainfather. You can export the recipe, upload it to the Grainfather app, and there it is on your Brewfather Connect. It does have multi-device support, automatic synchronization. So if you're on a tube, on a train, you can tinker with your recipe on the phone, do whatever you like, and then the moment you walk into an area where you've got network connectivity, it automatically sync. You don't have to use it on the desktop. There is an app you can download from iOS or Android. Personally, I prefer to use the web app because that's probably the thing that's developed first. I'm not going to go through all the features. You can go to the website and read this yourself. But what I do want to highlight, its integration with many popular gadgets is why I think most of us really like it. I'm a gadget geek. I do have a couple of tilts. I'm not going to explain what a tilt is, but you can watch your fermentation on a graph and it uploads every 15 minutes. So that's really cool. You could be in work, on your lunch break, check out your fermentation, tinker with recipes. It's really cool. It's a modern app. It's nice and clean. It's easy to use. I think that's why we all love it, really. It does now have an extensive library, community-led recipes. There's a huge number on there. I'll go to it in a minute. This is the guy here, Thomas. If you want to speak to him directly, he's the developer. You can, sometimes he's here on chat, or if he's busy, you can send him a message. What I do recommend, though, is there's a huge Facebook community, Brewfather group on Facebook, and we've got 6,400 members. So you can ask any question you want. 6,000 people, someone's going to know the answer. So there's always there people to help you out, and sometimes the developer himself, he will reach out to you and help you out. And whilst I'm here on Facebook, I might as well give a cheeky plug. This is the Brewfather Homebrew community. This is our active homebrew community. I'm not going to explain exactly what goes on in here. Come and join. We've almost got 4,000 members. Everyone is welcome. All your favorite Brewtubers are in there. When I first started using this app, I think the reason why a lot of us were quickly drawn to it is it was constantly updating. Apps we used in the past, maybe every 6 months, 12 months, they might have an update, and it's just a little bit of an update. This was constantly in development, and every iteration is here logged on the changelog. Fix minor issue related to sending recipe to Grainfather Connect, all in here, every little tiny iteration. There's also this here, Git Lab. I'm not going to explain what Git Lab is, but go check it out. If you've got an idea, if you're using a software and like, I wish it did that, I wish it did something, blah, 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 pop it up, pop your idea in here and then have a look. If you've got any issues with the app, you can log it here. Okay, so let's move on to the app itself. So as you can see, it's a clean interface. We've got our recipes here on the left. These are all my recipes that I've entered in. I'll go through recipes in detail in the second video. And once you're happy with a recipe, there's a green brew button. You click on that and that will pop into the batches. And then here, these are all my brew days that I've done. I currently have 2 now on tap. I don't actually have anything fermenting, so I need to I need to get brewing again. So on tap, I've got my Yorkshire Bitter version 2. It wasn't because of version 1, and that's been on tap now for 24 days. The cream ale 5 days, so that is good to go. That is good to be drinking. And then when you're planning, you can. I'll go into inventory in a minute. But you can play about with your inventory. It's really useful. Cost breakdown. Look, this beer here cost me £14. That's because of that yeast, though. Cost per litre. You can do your calories and all of that stuff. On brew day itself, you've got a good timer that you can use. It's really good if you've got the app downloaded to your phone, and then you can do all the vital statistics, your original gravity, etc., as you're brewing. And then whilst it's fermenting, you can watch if you've got a device, you can add the device here and watch the reading, pump in all the vital statistics, and then once you've completed the batch and it's on tap, you can rate your beer. So this one I'm going to give 4 stars. Put some tasting notes in here, which is really, really useful. If in 6 months' time you remembered that recipe and you want to have a look back and you want to rebrew it, there is an option. You can print all of this out. So what I like to do on brew day, I get my pen and paper. I'm old school. And then after brew day, I come upstairs on my sheet of paper. I type it all the info into here, and then you just throw that bit of paper away. What's the point? But if you wanted to, you can, on brew day, just use the app and update it as you go. So we've got your devices here. You can see I've got 2 tilt hydrometers. And this is your inventory. This is the level of geekiness I go to, but it's really worthwhile. It doesn't take long to put all your ingredients on the app. And then when it comes to getting a new bunch of ingredients, when that malt miller delivery arrives, it doesn't really take 10 minutes just to pop in all the ingredients that you've just bought. And it's really useful. Like I said, if you're at work on your lunch break, and you just want to have a play about and create a new recipe, you don't need to remember what exactly do I have in stock. It's all here. It's all logged. You've got all your grains. These are all my hops. I've even got things like Protoflock. Keep an eye. I've got 7.5, I've got 7.5 Protoflocks left. And as you see, I've got 5 packets here of USO 5 in the fridge. It's really useful. And this here is the extensive library. Now, this is growing and growing here. Look, we've got 1,600 recipes. All the popular recipes are in here. And it's a community-led. Top of my head, if we have a look at the Hokum Stomp, there we go. We've got one here from Clive Cutter. So, link below, go check out Cutter's Choice Homebrew. Oh my God, I could marry this beer. We all love this beer, let's be honest. But if you can't find the recipe, it's on here. And Clive's given you all the malts that he's used, the hops, scheduling. He's even got his water additions. He's even got his water profile, and he's got some notes, how much he enjoyed it. And if you just want to copy that, you just press copy, go to your recipes. There it is. Look, you have to tinker obviously with your own equipment and maybe play about with it just to get everything right. And then once you're happy with that, you press brew and it pops down into batches, and away you go. We've got our profiles here. So obviously only you know your equipment, but if you do have one of the all-in-ones, all the popular ones, Brewzilla, RoboBrew, Breweries, Brewtools, Brewfather, Hopcat, Brewmeister, it's all in here. If you do boil in the bag, you can do that. But if you just want to add a new fresh profile and brew day 1, 2, 3, only you know your profile. That's something that you tinker with. You can have mash profiles. You can play about, add new ones, do step fermentations, whatever you want. Step mashes, sorry, fermentation. So I've got a few customized ones that I've put here. So if I'm ever using Hornadal, for example, I know that it's 30 degrees. I don't have to look it up, because I do forget those things. For example, the Voss one is 39 degrees. So it's just really useful, quick and easy when you're developing your own recipes. Here we've got all the different BJCP and Brewers Association styles. For example, if I pop in new England IPA. We've got all the information, all the vitals that you need to be aiming for. If you're studying a BJCP exam, you could use this if you really wanted to. And it also has this little feature here, recipes for this style. So these are people that have said they've brewed a New England IPA, and you can see here we've got a Juicy Bits clone. Again, you can copy that recipe if you wanted. So that's really useful. And this comes in handy when you're doing your recipe. As you can see here, Clive's done an American Porter, and you can see the range that you need to be in. I'll go into the recipe in the next video. And then we've got a huge number of tools. I'm not going to go through them all now, but all your favorite tools, color converters, everything's in there. Settings, huge number of settings. If you're in America, all you have to do is click that and you've got US units. If you prefer metric, like most of us do, you just click that. But you can tinker as well. You can have a few bits in metric, and you can have Plato, Fahrenheit, Celsius. It's as easy as that, just tinkering around with it. I'm actually on the premium version. There is a free version, so if you just want to try it out, it's for free. You get up to 10 recipes, I think, that you can store if you really wanted to. All you really have to do is export the BMXML, keep that on your hard drive, and you can just delete it from the app and continue using it for free. But I recommend buying it, and you do get a few premium features. I don't exactly know what they are top of my head, but obviously one of them is the devices. We got here your smart PID, your tilts, etc., etc. And it's really easy to set up tilt. You just click here, go to instructions, follow this to the letter, you'll figure it out. Yeah, so I think I've pretty much covered everything. So in video number 2, we're gonna click that plus button, and we're create a new recipe. All right, see you in that video. Cheers.